Hi, I'm Buck, and I have recently reviewed a lot of videos that claim to teach people how to play the guitar on YouTube, and I've seen some really good ones and I've seen some that just aren't so good, and most of them they pretty much try to start teaching on a level from maybe like a person that's had a little bit of experience already with some of the basic chords, and some people have never even attempted to play the guitar. I'm sure that they have attempted to play it, but they just don't know where to start, and when they look up these videos on YouTube about how to play the guitar, the people teaching just start as if the player has already had certain experience with it, and a lot of times they haven't. So what I'm going to try to do is start from the complete basic steps on how to prepare to play the guitar, and some of the basic beginner material. I guess that's the correct word. So anyway, a lot of people think that they can't learn how to play the guitar because their hands are too big, too small. They can't bend their fingers certain ways. Well, let me tell you, most people, that's how they start. Because the first time you try to play a guitar, it's gonna feel completely, it can be painful in a way, because you're trying to get your fingers to do all this stuff and move in a weird way that you've never done before, because your fingers just aren't used to that yet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slowly just approach how to get used to playing chords and learning different chords in a way that people who have never had any experience before can understand. So first of all, one thing I want you to know that is, if you think you can't learn how to play the guitar and you found this video because you've looked at other ones and they're just not working for you, I want you to know that if you really apply yourself and you really want to learn how to play this instrument that I'm holding right here, you can do it. And if you stick with if you practice a whole lot and devote a whole lot of time to it, you will get it one day. You might not learn as fast as some people learn, but some people can pick up a guitar and have 5 or 6 chords down within the first couple hours, and some people might pick up a guitar and still have trouble with maybe a G chord, which is one of the first chords that people usually learn. And so basically, that's where I come in, and I'm going to approach it from a way that a person who has probably never picked up a guitar, even though I'm pretty sure if you're watching this video, you've probably picked up a guitar before. So anyway, and one other thing is that if you do play the guitar and if you've come to the point where you think that you're not going to be able to learn any more than you already know, if you do already know some stuff, I should get in. I can help you out with that too. So So anyway, if you want to give it a try, I'm gonna give you like a preview lesson here, and see how well that goes. And if you would like to keep going with it, I'll make some more videos, and I will completely cover everything you need to know. How I learned it might be a little bit different in the way you learn it. How somebody else learns it may be completely different in the way you and I learn it. Because there's a lot of different ways to remember certain patterns and certain ways to move your fingers. So anyway, I'm going to start from the most basic thing you can start with, and that's the names of the strings. And so let's see here. The bottom string on a guitar is the first string, even though it looks like the last string. Alright, so the first string is the E. The second string is a B. Third string, G. Fourth string is a D. Fifth string is a A. And the sixth string is once again an E, just like the first string, except it's an octave lower. So anyway, it's always good to know what you're playing, because you'd be surprised at how many people that I have met who can play, you know, chord progressions such as maybe something like, and they had no idea what any of those chords were they were playing. They just knew they sounded good, and that's part of, I mean, you play what sounds good. So I mean, but it's also good to know what you're playing and what each chord is called, and actually be able to think about it as you're playing it and know where you're going next and what you're trying to do. So anyway, I'm sure a lot of y'all know these little things here are called frets, and this first dot indicates the 3rd fret, second dot 5th fret, third dot 7th fret, fourth dot the 9th fret, and then the double dots right here, that is the 12th fret, which takes you up an octave from the open string. So anyway, once you've learned all that stuff, which I'm pretty sure a lot of people already know, you can start to kind of think about how each note can fit together to make a chord. And starting down here, the G chord, which I mentioned earlier, is one of the first chords that people try to learn. So anyway, I'll demonstrate that for you. Then the first thing you need to do is get comfortable, sit up straight, get as comfortable as you can get. Maybe have a pillow in the chair that you're sitting on, or like slightly lean back if you can. Just don't lay way back, because you know that's not going to work out. But the first thing you do is get as comfortable as you possibly can. Excuse me. Get as comfortable as you possibly can while you're still sitting up straight and able to play. And then when I teach this chord, a lot of people try, when they learn chords, they want to get it right really fast, and they try to play